this is a story of a 14-year-old boy who ran away from Mangalore, from his comfortable life in Mangalore, and he wanted to pursue his dream, so he came here to Mumbai, which was actually Bombay then. He had only 51 rupees with him. And of course, money gets over, so you have to fend for yourself. So he had to do some job. So what he used to do is that in the morning he used to sell newspaper, and later on after he used to work in a canteen. And before selling the newspaper, his yearning for the language of English was so much that he said that I want to learn the language. So before selling the first newspaper, he used to sit under a street lamp, because of course it's night, right? It's still not day. He used to sit under the street lamp and he used to read. Of course, with the help of people, he would ask, what is this word? How is this pronounced? He had no idea about the English language. By the end of it, he was impeccable, I must tell you. Now, he used to live here in Fountain, and he used to always walk past this school. It's called the J.B. Pettit School for Girls. Back then also, it was the #1 school, and today also it is. It is amongst the #1 schools for girls as far as ICSE schools go. When he used to walk past that school, one day when he was 17, 18, he said that when I get a daughter, my daughter is going to go into this school. Eventually, he changed jobs and everything. He pursued his voice-over artistry. He went to become a voice-over artist. And because he was from Mangalore, Kannada is the language, the mother tongue. So he used to dub in all the TVCs from Hindi to Kannada, movies also from Hindi to Kannada. And he used to not only teach diction to people, he used to also teach English. The man who used to sit under a street lamp and who learnt English, he started teaching people. His company was called the Language Center. Okay, so he fell in love with a woman called Jayanti Kadandale. He got married to her, and in the first year of marriage, they had a child. She conceived. Unfortunately, it was a miscarriage. 7 years later, they are in Mount Abu. Okay, and when they're coming down the hill, just before that, Jayanti felt very dizzy. So she, she said that there's something which is not right with me. They rushed her to the hospital, and they had to do a very urgent surgery. Now, while doing the surgery, they realized that there was a surgical tool for the last 7 years that was blocking her uterus, because of which she could not conceive. Nonetheless, the surgery went well. She did the surgery, they came back to Mumbai, and in less than a month, she conceived. 9 months later, Krishnappa Kadandale had a daughter. And she was born around 3:30 in the afternoon. He actually rushed, the minute the daughter was born, to J.B. Pettit School, because the proximity of the hospital and the school was very close. And he said that I want to register my daughter here. So they said, "Bhai, abhi nahi, school band hai, please come tomorrow." So anyway, he went the next day. He registered his daughter. His daughter got through the school, the dream school. Okay. And she was very popular amongst her friends, very good in cultural activities. She had the gift of the gab. Okay, she used to do a lot of she was good in academics as well. Everything was hunky-dory till the 8th grade. Abhi 8th grade mein kya hota hai ki your subjects get bifurcated. Na? Matlab science becomes physics, chemistry, biology. Then mathematics will become algebra, geometry. There was history which was introduced. There was geography which was introduced. So she got very overwhelmed with this whole thing. Maybe actually puberty was also by her side. So she was going all... Anyway, so she started faring badly in all the subjects. But there was one subject in particular which she failed, which was chemistry. Okay, she failed in the first term, she failed in the second term, she failed in the third term. Now, her teacher, Rashna Desai, was really sweet. She said that I will promote you to the 9th standard, to the 9th grade, but on trial basis. Matlab, in the first half year, you have to prove that you will pass in chemistry and you will do well. Okay? So anyway, she went. And in the 9th grade, the first 2 terms she did really well, but then again she started going downhill. That's when her chemistry teacher called Krishnappa. He told her that your daughter is not worthy of being in this school. We have a track record that, you know, nobody fails in this school. Of course, if she's going to fail in chemistry, the ICSE board exams are going to fail her. So then the, you know, the name of the school comes down. Nobody's failed in JB Pettit. So that was okay, that's fine, that's understandable. What she said after that, she's like, put her in an SSC school, maybe she'll do well in life. Don't know, but maybe. Now, Krishnappa's daughter was sitting in the classroom taking her own tuitions. And this was happening outside the door. She heard the entire conversation. And that girl is me. I was that girl. I still remember my father was standing outside talking to my chemistry teacher, and she came inside and she told me that, you know, go and ask. Go and speak to your father. I went and asked him, I said, Daddy, what did she say? And he said, nothing, Bitya. He used to call me Bitya. So he said, nothing, Bitya, I'll walk you home. Okay. Now, there was a little time left for the tuitions, and I was just like, my dad's dream, and he's achieved everything with a lot of difficulty, but he's achieved it. This was his dream and everything. Okay, tuitions got over. I went, my dad held my hand and he was walking on this footpath. He's walking with me, and I look at him and he says, do you know why the lion is called the king of the jungle? I cannot tell you. I thought he wants to feed me to the lion. I said, your dream is so important that you want to feed me to the lion now. And I'm telling you vividly, I can remember. I actually remember looking at Daddy, and I thought that there was a mane. There was like this big large eyes and the lion roaring. I actually also, when I'm talking to you, I felt that, you know, this nice bar wala door which is opening and there's a lion there, and I'm like being fed to him. So anyways, you know how it is now when you're in that one process, and there are so many thoughts that come to you in 5 seconds. That was what was happening to me. Then a hand came on my shoulder, and he said, Bitya, tell me, why is the lion the king of the jungle? So I said, because he hunts well now. I'm the bait, yeah, so mere dimag mein wahi chal raha hai. But anyway, and then he stopped me. He held both my hands, and he bent down, because of course I was shorter to him, and he looked me right in the eye, and he said that the lion's fight is not over until the lion decides that his fight is over. He's like, you fail, you fall, you get up. What will happen? Initially, you will take baby steps. You might limp also, okay? But you will start walking, right? You will start walking faster. You will run. Eventually, you have to jump. If you're persistent and consistent, it has to happen. Whatever whoever may say. I said, okay, theek hai, fine. So, by the way, I did fail in my 10th standard also, the first term, the second term, and in my ICSE, my prelims I failed. In my ICSE boards, I got exactly 36% in chemistry. I wanted to go to HR college because that's where everybody was going. So I knew that the cutoff was a lot. So I said, okay. Now, because of my school, because of my beautiful, amazing principal and amazing teachers that I've always had, very encouraging, very warm, my teachers were, and even my classmates. So I had got 63.5%, but because I'm an ICSE student, I got best of 5. So my percentage went to 68.5 and the cutoff at HR was 68. So bang, I got into HR college. I went into HR, I was doing dancing, singing, everything, acting, singing, I was not good, still I'm not good. But chalo anyway, I did all of that. And one day I was sitting in my class when this friend of mine comes to me and she says that famous Mahalakshmi she wants to go to because she wanted to be a model. Will you come with me? Now I think y'all are lucky, all your rooms are AC rooms? All your rooms are AC rooms? Bhai, ours wasn't. It was summer time, it was damn hot. So I said, I will sit in her car. I will go, AC, I'll have fun and then I'll come back. I went with her and this lady called Varsha Agnihotri told me that, you know, will you test? It's called a video test, what you do before. It's like an audition. Okay, they'll give you a script and you have to act it. So I said no. She said, I'll give you 5,000 bucks, that's the budget. My pocket money was 3,000, yeah. Of course I'm going to say yes. So I did it. My first ad, I got it. And then there was a series of ads that I did. I think in the next 5 to 6 years, college and just 1 year after college, I did about 50 odd ads. Then came the Big Bang. Not theory, but Big Bang. Okay, this tune I'm sure you all know. Na 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 na. Yeah, lots of nods, na, lots of. I saw your eyebrow also going up. Yeah, so it's amazing how such a big cult show till date, it's called as one of the iconic shows of Indian television. I was a part of it. Yeah, and I went for a cameo of a month, which extended to 2 months, which extended to 3 months. Eventually, I was there for literally a year on that show. Now, I will never forget that one day when I was sitting in my mother's house. Of course, I'm married now, so I was sitting in my mother's house. It was like this big, long wooden sofa, okay, carvings. You know how these vintage sofas are with wooden carvings? I was sitting on it and I was watching my episode. While watching the episode, when the ad break came, there was one commercial which featured me. After that, there was another commercial which featured me. You know, when I was sitting there on that sofa, the first thought that came to me that somebody in school told me that I don't know chemistry, and today I am making chemical reactions in people's minds, not only in India but all over the world, because Kyunki Saas Bhi Kabhi Bahu Thi was everywhere. And that's when I realized that it is my attitude that got me here. Now, the meaning of attitude, anybody knows? I also Googled it day before, by the way, so I know it very well. It's how you think, how you feel, and how you behave. There are lots of things that I would like to talk about, but I want to just, make it really short and sweet. It is because of my attitude that a girl, years ago, who unfortunately somehow never got an opportunity to speak or participate in a debate or make a speech, is standing here today and is addressing all of you. It is because of my attitude. That's why I know one thing, that whoever you are, whatever you are, and whatever you become is mainly because of your attitude. Today, who I am, how I am, and what I am is because of my attitude of always going. I fail, I get up. I fall, I get up. So there is this amazing, beautiful thing that I heard by Simon Sinek. He said something like, there are people who see the thing that they want, and there are people who see the things that prevent them from getting the thing that they want. It is your choice. The ball is in your court. So make your choice wisely. My name is Shubhaavi Choksey, and this is my story. Thank you.